So, hello dear students. I hope all of you are keeping well and taking a very good care of yourself. So, in the previous lecture, we discussed exactly how to determine rate per unit for brickwork in superstructure when cement mortar proportion is given. So, today we'll go further with the rate analysis of the next item of work, that is plastering. So the question which has been asked is to derive rate analysis for plastering in cement mortar 1 is to 3. That means proportion of cement mortar, proportion of cement and sand in this mortar is 1 is to 3. One part of cement is mixed with 3 parts of sand and plastering is to be carried out. One more important information which is given is plastering is having thickness, that is 12 millimeters. Okay. So as we discussed earlier, we should follow the procedure of rate analysis. So the first thing or the first step of rate analysis is to understand exactly what kind of item, construction item this is. If it is volumetric item, you have to assume quantity as 10 meter cube. If it is area based item, then you have to assume that item or quantity of that item as 100 square meters. If it is running meter based or lengthwise item, then you have to take it as a length as 100 meters. Now basically in rate analysis we are going to focus only on volumetric and area based items. Plastering is a area based item. So let us start with the assumption that let quantity of plastering is equal to 100 square meters. Once again remember, thickness of this plastering we are taking it as 12 millimeters. So area of plastering is 100 square meters, thickness is 12 millimeters. So first of all we need to find out the quantity of dry ingredients of cement mortar. Quantity of dry ingredients of cement mortar, that means quantity of cement and sand in their dry state. So if area of plastering is 100 meter square and plastering thickness is 12 millimeter, then quantity of dry mortar required for this area of plastering is equal to 2 meter cube. Please remember this very well. Quantity of dry ingredients of cement mortar is equal to 2 meter cube. Now 2 meter cube will be divided into 4 equal parts. Now why 4 equal parts? Because one part of cement is mixed with 3 parts of sand. So total parts are 4, out of which one part will be occupied by cement and 3 parts will be of sand. So what we will do, this 2 meter cube we will divide it by 4. So 2 divided by 4, that comes to 0.5 cubic meters, and 0.5 cubic meters is a quantity of cement in this. That is fourth part of 2 meter cube will be the volume of cement. So 2 divided by 1 plus 3, that is equal to 0.5. So 0.5 cubic meters will be the volume of cement in this. Now we are getting volume of cement or quantity of cement in unit cubic meters. We have to convert it into number of bags. 1 cubic meter cement is equivalent to 30 bags of cement. So for 0.5 cubic meters, how many number of bags? We need to multiply it by 30. So 0.5 into 30, that comes to 15 bags. So we have calculated the quantity of cement in terms of number of bags. So for 100 meter square plastering, number of bags of cement will be equal to 15. Then we will proceed towards exactly after finding the quantity of cement, we'll see how much quantity of sand is required. As you know that proportion of cement and sand is 1 is to 3. So whatever will be the volume of cement, whatever will be the quantity of cement, 3 times of that will be volume or quantity of sand. So 0.5 cubic meters is the volume of cement. So volume of sand or quantity of sand will be equal to 3 times than volume of cement. So it comes to 3 into 0.5. So it comes to 1.5 cubic meters. So quantity of sand will be equal to 1.5 cubic meters. So we have finished with the quantity of materials which are required for this cement plastering. We calculated cement as 15 bags and quantity of sand will be equal to 1.5 cubic meters. So next part of rate analysis is B part, that is labors. We are finished with quantity of A part, that is materials. So B part is of labors. Now we'll see exactly what is the requirement of labors for this 100 meter square plastering work. First, we need head mason, that is a mason who will control the entire labor force which is required for this plastering 100 meter square area. So we'll need one head mason for that. Then second, we need 8 masons to complete this 100 meter square plastering. Now we have to understand this, that, or we have to assume this way that entire 100 meter square work is to be finished in one day. So if it is to be finished in one day, we need at least 8 masons to complete this 100 meter square work. Okay, so we need 8 masons. Now we need labors also, so that mix can be prepared. Then prepared mix may be transported to the site where plastering is going on. Sometimes we need some laborers to carry those cement bags from the go down to the mixing place of cement mortar. So for that purpose we need definitely some laborers, and for that we need male labor 6 and female labor 6. And bhisti, this is a type of labor, category of labor who is responsible for curing of this particular construction item. So we need one bhisti. So basically labor, or the requirement of labor, has been explained here, has been given here. Then the next part is very interesting, that is calculation part. First of all, we'll focus on materials. We'll find out the cost of materials in this. As you know, that quantity of cement is 15 bags. Understand first of all table exactly how it is. First is serial number, then particulars, then quantity, then rate or daily wage. If it is a material, rate is applicable. If it is a labor, then what is the daily wage of that particular labor per unit, and then amount. So these are the columns or tabular form of rate analysis. So first of all, we'll focus on materials. First is cement. Quantity of cement is 15 bags. Current market rate of cement, we have assumed it's at 320. It goes on changing also. It may fluctuate, but for calculation purpose we are taking it as 320 per bag. So cost of cement which is required for 100 meter square plastering will be equal to 4,800 with the rate 320 per bag. Then if you consider sand, quantity of sand is 1.5 cubic meters. Rate of sand we have considered 2,500 rupees per cubic meter. This rate also goes on changing from place to place, or day by day it goes on changing, but assumption we have taken it as 2,500 per cubic meter. So cost of sand will be equal to 3,550. So total for materials will be equal to cost of cement plus cost of sand, that is equal to 8,550. Then we will go for second part, B part, that is called as labors. Head mason will consider 1. Daily wage for head mason is 1,000 per day. So amount payable to head mason will be equal to 1,000. Then we have got 8 masons. We have assumed as daily wage of one mason is 600 per day. So 8 into 600, that comes to 4,800. Then the third is male and female laborers. We have got 6 male laborers and 6 female laborers. So altogether we are considering it as 12 laborers, because daily wage for both is same, that is 400 per day. So 12 into 400, that comes to 4,800. And then bhisti, we have taken it as one number. Daily wage of one bhisti is 400 per day. So finally it comes to 400. So total cost of all labors will be equal to addition of all these from mason, head mason, then male laborers, female laborers, and bhisti. This comes to 11,000 rupees. So the next is, already we have calculated A, that is cost of materials. B we have calculated, that is cost of laborers. So total cost of materials and laborers, that is equal to A plus B, that is 8,550 plus 11,000, it comes to 19,550. Okay, so 19,550. Now this is not the final cost for 100 meter square plastering. In this, few additions or few charges are to be added in this, out of which the first is you need to add for scaffolding. Already I told you in rate analysis of brickwork what is the meaning of scaffolding. Scaffolding is a temporary platform which is required to be constructed especially for the works which are at higher elevation, or if height is more, in that case we need some temporary working platform for the laborers so that they can stand over it and complete this construction work. So we have assumed with a lump sum amount, that is 2,000 for scaffolding. Then for water and electricity charges, we usually consider 2% of A plus B, that is 2% of 19,550. It comes to 391. Then for tools and plants, we consider 2% of A plus B, tools, machineries which are required for this plastering work. For that, normally we consider 2% of A plus B. So that is equal to again 391. Amount will be same as that of water and electricity charges because percentage is same. Then we have to add for contractor's profit also 10%. Last in the previous lecture we discussed exactly what is the importance of contractor's profit, isn't it? So 10% of this 19,550 comes to 1955. So total cost for 100 meter square plastering will be equal to A plus B plus this cost for scaffolding plus for water and electricity charges plus these tools and machineries which are required, that is 391, and plus contractor's profit, which is 1955. So total of 100 meter square plastering of all items comes to 24,287. Now this is the cost for 100 meter square plastering. So per square meter, then how much will be the rate? That is 24287 divided by 100 comes to 242.87, which is rounded further to the higher side, that is 243. Now remember one thing, 243 per square meter is the rate of plastering, but in that, when you are working on a professional platform, on a commercial platform, in that case, do not forget to add some other miscellaneous charges which you have to calculate it, or you will come to know when you have a proper experience of this construction work. At the same time, these taxes which are applicable, for example GST, so these taxes are to be added. Do not forget that. This is the cost excluding taxes which are to be considered. They will vary from place to place. Okay, so this is the procedure of rate analysis for plastering. So rate of plastering is rupees 243 per square meter. That's what we have calculated. Dear students, when you calculate rate of a particular item of work, remember first to assume with the quantity. Then after that, calculate quantity of A, that is quantity of materials, B, required quantity of labors, then cost of A, that is cost of materials, cost of labors. A is will be cost of materials, B will be cost of labors. Then you add A and B, that is find A plus B, and after finding A plus B, then these miscellaneous charges you have to add, that is for scaffolding. Then in that case, after that we have to consider 2% water charges, water and electricity charges, 2% for tools and machineries which are required for this work, and contractor's profit. Okay, so this is the way how we calculate rate analysis, or we derive rate analysis for plastering. Next item of work which we are going to discuss now is PCC, that is plain cement concrete. PCC proportion is 1:4:8. Normally this kind of proportion is used as a foundation concrete. Whenever foundation bed is to be given for RCC columns or footings, normally to give a level platform for RCC footing, this PCC is done, that is foundation concreting is done, and proportion of which is 1:4:8. It may be 1:3:6. Nowadays it may be 1:2:4 also. Okay, so on the basis of different grades and design requirements of concrete, these proportions are decided. As an example, we are considering this proportion as 1:4:8. Now all of you know very well what are the ingredients of concrete. that is ingredients of concrete are cement, sand and aggregates. There are three materials which are used, which are mixed together along with water to form this cement concrete, that is cement, sand, aggregates, and then after that water according to the required water cement ratio, that is usually 0.5 to 0.6. Okay, so again we'll start with the assumption of quantity, that is let the quantity of PCC 1:4:8 in foundation is equal to 10 cubic meters. Since it is a volumetric item, we will start with the assumption that is 10 cubic meter is the quantity of PCC. Okay, then we'll see exactly what is the volume of dry ingredients of concrete. Remember one thing, when we need or we are talking about 10 cubic meters volume of concrete, that means we are considering volume of wet concrete, that is cement, sand, aggregates and water all together. This volume we are considering it as 10 cubic meters. But same will not be the volume of dry ingredients of cement concrete. We need volume of dry ingredients to be greater than this volume of wet concrete. And how much, by how much it should be greater than, it should be around 52 to 54%. So that we are considering it as 54%. So if you want to calculate volume of dry ingredients of concrete with reference to the volume of wet concrete, in that case you need to add 52 to 54% of volume of wet concrete. Here in this given problem we are taking it as 54%. Okay, so 10 cubic meter wet concrete, so volume of dry ingredients of concrete will be equal to, you have to add 54% into this, so it comes to 10 plus 54% of 10, that is 5.4. So 10 plus 5.4 comes to 15.4 cubic meters. So volume of dry ingredients of concrete will be equal to 15.4 meter cube. Now after getting the volume of dry ingredients of concrete, here 15.4 cubic meters includes cement, that includes sand, that includes aggregates. So cement, sand, aggregates all together in proportion 1:4:8 will form 15.4 cubic meters concrete. Now from this 15.4 cubic meters concrete, if it is divided into 13 equal parts. Now why 13? From where this 13 number has come? Because addition of 1, 4 and 8, that comes to 8 plus 4 plus 1, that is 13. So 15.4 cubic meters, if it is divided into 13 equal parts, 1 part will be of cement, 4 parts will be of sand and 8 parts will be of aggregates. Okay. Now if this proportion it will be 1:3:6, then it will be divided into 10 equal parts, that is 1 plus 3 plus 6. Then 1 part will be of cement, 3 parts will be of sand, 6 parts will be of aggregates. If it is 1:2:4, then 1 plus 2 plus 4 comes to 9. So that quantity of concrete will be divided into 9 equal parts. 1 part will be of cement, 2 parts will be of sand and 4 parts will be of aggregates. Please understand this concept of proportion and parts of concrete or parts of dry ingredients of concrete. So here in this case 15.4 divided into 13 equal parts, that means 1/13th part of 15.4 is volume of cement. 1/13th part of cement concrete, or 1/13th part of 15.4 will be the volume of cement. 4/13th part of 15.4 will be quantity of sand, and 8/13th part of 15.4 will be the volume or quantity of aggregates. Okay, so first of all we'll focus on quantity of cement. Quantity of cement, volume of cement will be equal to 15/4 divided by 1 plus 4 plus 8, that is 15.4 divided by 13 will be equal to 1.18 cubic meters. Okay, so we have calculated quantity of cement in terms of cubic meters, that is 1.18 cubic meters. So number of bags of cement will be equal to, you need to multiply this volume of cement by 30, because 1 cubic meter cement is approximately equivalent to 30 bags of cement. So 1.18 into 30, that comes to 35.4. So we can round it to the lower side because this is less than 5. 0.4 is less than 5. So we can round it to 35 bags. So volume of, number of bags of cement which are required for this PCC 1 is to 4 is to 8 will be equal to 35. So that means 35 bags of cement are required for 10 cubic meter PCC having proportion 1 is to 4 is to 8. Then the next material which is required for this PCC is sand, and to calculate quantity of sand is very easier now because already we have calculated volume of cement. So whatever is the volume of cement, whatever is the quantity of cement in terms of cubic meters, 4 times of that will be the volume of sand because proportion is 1 is to 4 is to 8. So if one part of cement is there, there will be 4 parts of sand. If one part of cement is there, then there will be 8 times, that is 8 parts of aggregates. So here we have calculated quantity of sand here like this. It will be equal to 4 multiplied by the volume of cement, that is 4 into 1.18. It comes to 4.72 cubic meters. So quantity of sand, volume of sand will be equal to 4.72 cubic meters. Then the next material which is required is aggregates. Aggregates means those stone chips, granular stone chips you all must have seen. Technical term which is used for those stone chips on site, which is normally used as one of the important ingredient of cement concrete, that is aggregates. So quantity of aggregates will be equal to 8 multiplied by quantity of cement. So 8 into 1.18, this comes to 9.44 cubic meters. So quantity of aggregates is equal to 9.44 cubic meters. So you have calculated quantity of cement, you have calculated quantity of sand, you have calculated quantity of aggregates also. That means A part is clear now. We have finished with the quantities of part A of this rate analysis, that is PCC 1 is to 4 is to 8. Now the second part is what? That is B part, labors. So requirement of labors is as follows now. Now what are the labor requirements? We must know exactly what is the labor requirement. As usual, we need one head mason to control the entire work on site. Then masons, normally task work of one mason for this PCC is 5 cubic meters per day. So we need 2 masons here because our quantity is how much? 10 meter cube. So 5 meter cube, 1 mason, that means for 10 meter cube we'll need 2 masons here. Okay. Now male laborers and female laborers, when we consider PCC, basically 3 materials are there. One is cement, then sand, then aggregates, all these materials from their places, from the places where these materials have been dumped. So from those places, this material has to be carried out to the site where mixing is going on. So that's why number of laborers which are required for cement concrete, they are usually more. So male laborers we need 12, female laborers we need 18, and for watering purpose, for curing, we need 1 bhisti. So labor requirement is we need 1 head mason, we need 2 masons, we need 12 male laborers, we need 18 female laborers, and we need 1 bhisti. So this is the labor calculation or labor requirement for this PCC work. Then now we'll go for the calculation of cost of A and calculation of cost for B. So we'll focus on first, that is cost of materials. There are 3 materials which are used in this. One is cement, sand and aggregates. As you know, we have calculated quantity of cement as 35 bags. We are considering rate of 1 bag of cement is 320. So 320 multiplied by 35, the cost comes to 11,200. So this will be the cost of cement required for this PCC 1 is to 4 is to 8. Then next is sand. Quantity of sand is 4.72 cubic meters. Rate which we are assuming as 2,500 per cubic meter. Then 11,800 will be the amount. Rate multiplied by the quantity, you'll get the cost of sand, that is 11,800. Then aggregates calculated quantity is 9.44 cubic meters. Rate is 954 cubic meters. So 950 multiplied by 9.44, it comes to 8968. Okay. Now these rates, just for your information, they are, once again I'm telling you, these are rates which are assumed. Okay, these rates, they may vary from place to place or time to time. Okay, so students have a freedom here to write the rates by considering the current market rates preferably, so that you will come across with the actual rate analysis or actual rate per unit of a particular item of work. So addition of all this 11,200, then 11,800 and 8,968. So addition of all this cement, sand and aggregates, that comes to 31,968. So this will be the cost of materials. That means A part in this rate analysis we have finished. Then B part will focus, that is labors. Now these most of the figures already you are familiar with it now. Head mason we need one, so 1000 per day, so amount will be equal to 1000 rupees. Two masons are there, rate per day is daily wage is 600. So since there are two masons, so 600 into 2, that comes to 1200. Then male laborers are there, 12 male laborers are required. Each male laborer's daily wage is 400, so 12 into 400, that comes to 4800. Female laborers, 18 is a quantity required, daily wage is 400, so 18 into 400, that comes to 7200. And Bisti 1, 400 per day, it comes to 400. Okay, now addition of all this 1000 plus 1200 plus 4800 plus 7200 plus 400, this will give you the total cost of labors, that is 13,600 rupees. Okay, so we have calculated cost of materials, that is A. We have found cost of labors, that is B. So total cost of materials and labors will be equal to A plus B. So that is 31,968 plus 13,600. This comes to 45,568. So A plus B, that is cost of materials and cost of labors all together, it comes to 45,568. Now after this, you have to add some usual miscellaneous charges, out of which the first is add 2% water and electricity charges. 2% of this comes to 911 rupees. Again, you have to add 2% for tools and equipments which are used. For that, you have to consider again 2% of this, that comes to 911. Then add 10% as a contractor's profit, that is 10% of 45,568. It comes to around 4557. You have to round it to the higher side, 4557. So addition of A plus B, that is 45,568 plus 911 plus 911 plus again 4557, this comes to 51,947 rupees. So total cost of 10 cubic meter PCC in foundation of proportion 1:4:8 is 51,947. Please remember that this is not the final rate analysis of PCC 1:4:8. This is the total cost of 10 cubic meter brickwork. Your rate analysis will complete only when you find out a rate per unit, that is rate per cubic meter. Once you determine rate per cubic meter of this PCC, then and then only your rate analysis is completed. Otherwise, unnecessarily you lose marks for that, because your final answer should be rate per unit. It may be rate per square meter or rate per cubic meters. So 51,947 is the rate per 10 meter cube for 10 cubic meter brick PCC. So rate per cubic meter, that means you need to divide this by 10. So 51,947 divided by 10, that comes to 5194.7. Say 5195 per cubic meters. So rate per cubic meter for PCC is PCC 1:4:8 in foundation is 5195 rupees, 5195. Once again, I'm telling you very clearly, in this, if you feel at your level, when you are working on the field, that time you come to know exactly what are the other miscellaneous charges, and also the most important, whatever GST or taxes which are applicable for this that you have to add it at your level. Okay, at your end you need to add this, but as per the part of the curriculum, or as per the scope of curriculum, this 5195 per cubic meter, that should be your final answer. So this is the way how we derive rate analysis for PCC 1 is to 4 is to 8 in foundation. In the exam, if it is changed from 1 is to 4 is to 8 to 1 is to 3 is to 6 or to 1 is to 2 is to 4, please do not get confused. Procedure remains completely same. Only instead of 13 parts, you have to take it as 10 parts if it is 1 is to 3 is to 6. If it is 1 is to 2 is to 4, entire quantity of concrete or volume of ingredients of concrete will be divided into 7 parts, 1 is to 2 is to 4. Please remember that. Otherwise, the entire procedure is same. So do not get confused. In place of, if instead of 1 is to 4 is to 8, if it is asked 1 is to 3 is to 6 or 1 is to 2 is to 4, entire procedure of determining rate analysis is exactly same. Just follow the proper norms of procedure of rate analysis. That's it. Now we will switch over. So we discussed about rate analysis. We studied rate analysis of PCC in foundation, that is 1 is to 4 is to 8. Then in the next lecture we'll see rate analysis for RCC 1 is to 2 is to 4. RCC 1 is to 2 is to 4, that we'll study in the next lecture. Now by now you will have understood how to calculate quantity of ingredients of concrete and then cost of PCC. On the same track we'll proceed further with RCC. Thank you so much.